This video is about cultural appropriation. I don't live in the United States. I've been living overseas for 10 years. I've been to like 30 different countries. I spent 8 or 9 of those years in South America in Latino countries, and the past year I've been living in the Philippines. And people talk about cultural appropriation in the United States, but what they haven't realized is that absolutely the rest of the world culturally appropriates Western culture. They do so in their clothing and in their food. Um, People around the world, typical business dress is suit and tie. Everybody wears blue jeans. Sneakers, not so much. You know, sneakers is a very American thing, or tennis shoes. And you'll see American t-shirts in English everywhere. There are cultures where having a t-shirt in English is stylish. And you'll see people wearing crazy, crazy things. In fact, things that they don't realize are extremely offensive on their shirts. And their children might have something extremely offensive written on their shirt, not understanding what it says. And there's lots of misspellings on the t-shirts. Let's see if we could find something misspelled English t-shirt. Let's see if anything comes up. Start to stop the keeping warm jar. I mean, crap your hands. World difference execute. I am lucky and be happiness. So this one over here, crap your hands, that I would say that that's offensive. These people don't understand what it says. There's going to be other things that are crazy. Like this one, she loves the cock, he loves the cock. So it's also with food. In what people do is, like, I've been to lots of sandwich shops that were modeled after Subway. Subway is an American sandwich shop, and Latinos would go to the United States, maybe for school. They would be exposed to all these different products, whether it's a beverage or a type of restaurant, and then they would go back to their country, in this case Colombia, and they would open up their own shop modeled after another. So you would see a lot of shops modeled after Subway. I would see things like Hertz Rent-A-Car and Budget Rent-A-Car, but they were not the franchises. They would just take the name Budget and the name Hertz and put it on a rental car place, and the signs might look similar or they might look completely different, but it was not those companies. Another issue is when you're in the United States, if you go to a Chinese restaurant, the employees are often Chinese. And if you go to a Mexican restaurant, the employees are often Mexican. You go to an Italian place, there's going to be a lot of Italian employees. The rest of the world, it's absolutely not like that. If you go to a Mexican restaurant in Colombia, the employees will be Colombian. If you go to a Chinese restaurant in Colombia, the employees will be Colombian. If you go to an Italian restaurant in Colombia, the employees will be Colombian. And Colombians love pork, so everything has pork in it. If you order lasagna at a Colombian Italian restaurant, it's going to have pork in it. And if you order burritos, it's going to have pork in it. They put pork in everything. The other thing is, you know, like I lived in Peru. In Peru, it's a poor country, so not everybody wants to pay for electricity, so they use brick, what do they call them, brick ovens? And what do you cook in a brick oven? Well, they cook pizza. So the food that is known for Italy is all over the place in Peru. In almost every restaurant, including in the small villages and in the middle of nowhere, you could get pizza. And it was absolutely the best pizza I ever had. It was better than what you would get in the United States. And I lived in New York, and I loved the New York style pizza, like Ray's famous pizza. The Peruvian pizza was way better. And, you know, I'm Italian, so I've been to Italy and I've had the pizza there, and obviously it's really good. But the Italians have a different flavor. The Peruvian pizza was really good, and I think Americans would love Peruvian pizza over Italian pizza. So now I'm in the Philippines, and it's the same thing. If you go to a typical restaurant, no matter how ethnic it is, all the employees are Filipino. the rest of the world has appropriated American culture.